What's good, YouTube? It's your boy TSO Sage, and I'm back with another video. Now that we're finally past the NBA trade deadline, there's no more speculation, there's no more mystery as to who can get what and how they do it. No more 2K Sims, no more trade machines. We can finally just sit here and talk about what happened. And while some trades were on absurd timing, there's other trades that exist. But an overwhelming majority of the trades this season have actually been on timing. Like the Norman Powell trade that started the month off. In exchange for Keon Johnson, Justice Winslow, and Eric Bledsoe, aka Baby LeBron. Remember y'all used to call him that? In exchange, the Clippers got the 2K favorite 3-and-D player in Robert Covington, and of course the best player in the trade, Norman Powell. Now I could talk about the Blazers' perspective of the trade, but trust me, that needs to be its own video. But for the sake of not just cheating you guys out of content, let me just say this. What the fuck are they doing? Now as for the Clippers side of things, obviously they're thinking next season, and this was essentially them getting a head start. And to be honest, that's one hell of a head start. I'm not saying Norman Powell is some all-star level guy, and neither is Robert Covington for that matter, but as long as Covington and Serge are taken care of in the offseason, to me at least, the 2022-23 Clippers would be by far the best roster around Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Now obviously the trade isn't optimal, Norman Powell's no facilitator, and if they could seek that out in the offseason as well, that would be great. But in their last playoff run, the way they were performing with Paul George dominating the ball, playmaking didn't seem nearly as big of a problem than it was, oh shit, Kawhi Leonard just got hurt. Like I guess on paper, sure, if they had a Ricky Rubio type player, hella people would jump on ship and be like, oh yeah, the Clippers got it. But whether I'm insane or not for thinking it, only time will tell. I think 3-and-D players around Kawhi Leonard and Paul George can just, work. I think it really can. I think this team has mastered its craft, knows what to do in the postseason, and knows how to execute said plan. And now it's just a matter of staying healthy. Now trust and believe, once people go back to riding the Clippers, the slander resumes tenfold. Cause I know it's gonna happen, and I can't wait for it to happen. Kawhi's better than LeBron again. Paul George over A Disney. Best franchise in LA. Best duo of all time. Can't fucking wait for it, bruh. But right now, they're not even healthy, bruh. For me, at least, there's no fun in actually making fun of the Clippers right now. So I will admit this was actually a really good trade for them, and I think even an underrated one. This next trade isn't exactly the most recent, and I've talked about it on stream, but I am self-aware to know for a fact that you guys don't be pulling up to the streams like those. Oh, but I do. Don't lie to me, bro. You don't. It's chill though, bro. So for these reasons, I'm gonna keep it quick, but I do need to say it again. The Atlanta Hawks traded away Cam Reddish for literally nothing. And when I say nothing, I'm not saying Kevin Knox is just a complete dud, even though a lot of people would say he is. But if you're the Hawks, you just made the Eastern Conference Finals. You know, the same Eastern Conference Finals that you hear every single damn day if you don't have Trae Young as the second best point guard in the NBA. Let's just keep it hot. So your franchise, or at least fan base, harps on that moment. You would think trading Cam Reddish would be for a player to help, seek out that moment again, or even greater success. And nobody doubts the potential of Cam Reddish, so you can definitely get an interesting offer to do so. But when you don't play the guy when you obviously should have been playing the guy, so now other franchises can be like, oh, well, I don't know exactly what he is, bro. That's an unproven commodity. I'll send you a pick, though. But fuck that, right? Because you might be able to trade the pick that you get for Cam Reddish, and maybe the pick matters more. Fine, cool, whatever. You trade Cam Reddish for another unproven commodity, but this time, it's one that wasn't on your team. It's one that wasn't in practice. It's one that the coach don't know. You might be able to be like, wait, but that sounds like they basically made a lateral move, except they got a pick out of it. What's the problem? The problem is Cam Reddish is way more talented than Kevin Knox. You could have got a lot more for a guy who, when you called his number in the postseason, gave you 13 on 52 6-4 splits. God damn, bruh. The production's there, the talent's there, the potential's there. Get somebody more impactful to your franchise, not this two-sided shit you got going on. What do I mean by that, you might ask? I personally think the Hawks are not only trying to appeal to the people that think, oh, this team around Trae Young is capable of making the Eastern Conference Finals, but I think they're also trying to appeal to the people that are like, yeah, that shit was fluke. As a result, this team don't know what the hell they're doing. It's shown on the court and off the court, and this indecisiveness is damn near why they 500, and exactly why I think they delusional as fuck. And I know it's gonna be said, probably from Hawks fans or Trae fans, oh, but Sage, they're 9-3 in their last 12. They were 3-9 in the 12 before that. Like, bro, stop playing with me. Stop playing stupid. This team don't know what the fuck they doing. They're too scared to double down, and it's gonna hurt their team long term. I'm telling you now. Only saving grace is the Knicks don't fuck with Cam Reddish either. No cap, free that man. I don't think he's some amazing S-tier player, but holy shit, 10 minutes? Bro is literally a water break. All right, so I kind of lied about the short segment thing last time, but this time I'm dead ass. One hitter quitter, TKO. KZ's a Thunder now. Cool. Now, Caris LeVert to Cleveland, on the other hand, is something we damn well gotta talk about. Because to be honest, Caris LeVert being in Cleveland only really matters to me because I know for a fact, damn, Colin Sexton's really about to get traded. That's tough. Because outside of literally getting injured, he hasn't really done anything wrong. But I really don't blame the Cavs for being like, I ain't gonna lie, why would I pay you top dollar when we have Darius Garland right here? And while I'll be the first to admit I didn't expect Darius to get this good this fast, I will also brag about the fact that I knew damn well there was no way Sexland was going to be a thing. They were both undersized, ball-dominant guards. For some reason, not even my Twitch chat, my YouTube chat doesn't think Sexton's a good defender, but I think that's not the case. I think he can still play good defense, but I don't think that's going to make up for Darius Garland leaving a lot to be desired on that end, and also for the fact that Sexton's still undersized despite being a good defender. So it's not really like one of those things where I'm completely surprised. It's still kind of shocking though. Like, damn, it's really over. Colin Sexton's definitely getting traded, unless the Cavs are about to fuck this up, but right now they're on timing. But unfortunately, this is as far as I go in terms of caring about this trade, because while I do recognize Caris LeVert is actually a good player, to be honest, I think he's a smidge overrated. Like, people are saying the Cavs got the best trade of the deadline. I think that's insanity. I'll give you credit where it's due. Trading away an injured Ricky Rubio is nice. And you know what? Fuck it. Let's say Sage just sleep on Caris LeVert. However good y'all think he is. Are we really about to say that this is about to shake the East up? Exactly. No, we're not. At best, this is a step in the right direction. I personally think he's probably a trade asset, but only time will tell. Either way, even though I don't think this is the best trade of the deadline, definitely a W for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Shit, truth be told, I don't think it was an L for the Pacers either. Maybe that's a hot take. You got a first-round pick, and we know damn well somebody gonna want Ricky Rubio. But let's say they didn't. It don't fucking matter because holy shit, the Pacers got a dub in the next trade. In exchange for Domantas Sabonis, Jeremy Lamb, Justin Holiday in the second, the Indiana Pacers get Tyrese Halliburton, Buddy Hield, and Tristan Thompson. For many reasons, I love this trade for the Pacers, but I'm not gonna harp on them too long. Obviously, the one that you'd expect me to like the most, the Pacers finally gave up on this 8th seed first-round exit bullshit, and they're finally taking the necessary step back so they can leap forward in the future, instead of just torturing your fans. And it's not even like they had some superstar guy. No disrespect, but Sabonis wasn't the most box office appeal, wasn't dominating jersey sales, wasn't attracting but so many fans to games, and to be honest, who really thought that this was going to be their cornerstone franchise player? Nobody. That's why I'm so happy they finally just stepped back and said, fuck it, let's rebuild. Now, my main concern was then, oh shit, the Pacers are a little too late. They should have traded these guys years ago. But shit, if they gonna get one of the best three-point shooters in basketball, as well as Big Reese, shit, okay, Pacers, I fuck with it. For those of you that don't know much about Tyrese Halliburton, the best way I could describe him on the court is his jump shot a little funky, but he's definitely fun to watch. And he ain't scared to shoot anything. And usually when you have players that aren't afraid to shoot tough shots, aren't afraid to go up against anybody, they're not exactly the most efficient player. But Tyrese is basically shooting 46% from the field and 41 from 3 on 5 threes a night. He definitely can develop defensively. He has a handle, but he can tighten it up a bit more. And of course, his jump shot's still a little funky. He can work on the mechanics of that as well. But this is a guy that maybe not as an MVP, maybe not a perennial superstar, but he can definitely be a franchise point guard. Major W for the Pacers. This is exactly the kind of player that I wanted them to acquire. And Buddy Hield is certainly a nice addition as well. Again, he's one of the best shooters in basketball, and he'll either be a great long-term role player or at worst trade bait. As for the Kings, a lot of people are saying it's the biggest L of the deadline, or at least one of them, but I don't think it's nearly as bad as people are trying to make it out to be. The only reason it's still bad is because in the grand scheme of things, I would have probably traded Fox before I trade Tyrese, even if it means not doing a Sabonis deal altogether. But Fox and Sabonis is not that bad. Sure, you could argue that, hey, the Kings are trying to do the 8th seed thing, but I view it as the Kings trying to take a step in the right direction for a change. Actually trying to have a team that can somewhat compete. Yes, the peak is definitely the play-in or first round, but you're not just the total laughing stock anymore. Hell, people was praising the Knicks last year for doing the same thing. Now, if they act like the Knicks and become irrelevant the year after, that's tough. But to me, at least, I don't see it as the Kings just settling for ineptitude. And if I'm being honest, if this trade happened a year ago, when Fox was out here averaging 25 and 7 on 47-32 splits, y'all wouldn't have said a damn thing. All right, so if you paid really close attention to the thumbnail, you may actually notice that that is the Portland Trailblazers Stadium in the background. Why? Because they took the fat L this deadline, boy. But again, that's its own separate video, so let's just talk about CJ McCollum, who's also in the thumbnail, but a lot easier to see. Now, here's the thing with CJ McCollum to the Pelicans. Is he one of the best players in the trade? Duh. But does he really do anything for that franchise? No, not really. That franchise still depends on Zion Williamson to play basketball. And while we all would know a trio of Zion, CJ, and B.I. wouldn't do but so much in the West, it'd still be nice. Like, okay, they're trying to win basketball games. I'm not gonna get that mad at it. But if it's just CJ and B.I., I don't give a fuck. Yo, the Pelicans have made bad decisions after bad decisions after bad decisions. But if they can't get Zion to play with CJ, at some point, bruh, Zion might have to go on the block. Sounds insane. Hell, I want to cut this part out and be like, yeah, don't put that on YouTube. But if every time the man plays, you fail him, and then every time you prepare for him to play, he doesn't, it just look like y'all not gonna work, bruh. Oh yeah, and the Blazers got Josh Hart and Nickeil Alexander-Walker in this trade, and then traded Alexander-Walker for Joe Ingles, who just got hurt. Again, that's gonna be in its own video because holy shit, what are they doing? Spurs got a pick for Thad Young, who cares? The Celtics sold Bol and PJ Dozier, who cares? Oh my god, they overpaid for Derek White. I guess he's good for the team. Oh my god, the Clippers finally lost the trade. In regards to the other teams, Bagley's free, the Bucks not fucking with y'all. And you know Dante DiVincenzo is actually a good pickup. Torrey Craig's back in Phoenix and Jalen Smith is a Pacer. Yo, the Pacers on timing. And the Celtics just got rid of Dennis for fun. And now before we get to the trade that we're all thinking of, I just want to dedicate this moment to right now say publicly, free Luka. I don't know how people are saying the Kings trade. At least they got the best player in it. This trade is so bad it's not even funny, and I don't even think KP's that damn good. Bertans is a shooter that for some reason can't shoot and he's overpaid. And Spencer Dinwiddie has just been awful. Like not even joning, bruh. Literally awful. I just don't get it, free Luka. But now the trade that you guys wanted me to talk about the most, the trade that I literally talked about on stream, but y'all weird. Y'all don't really fuck with me for real. That's tough. But of course I'm referring to the Ben Simmons for James Harden trade. Now it's been a long video, and I know for a fact I'm gonna be talking about both of these teams later down the run, so it's no need for me to really make this video that much longer and talk about every single detail in this video specifically. But I do want to kill the notion of, hey, somebody has to lose a trade. No, they don't. This trade was clearly a win-win if I've ever seen it. For the Brooklyn Nets, Seth Curry's gonna help the shooting because low-key they've been kind of mid at it, but more importantly, everything that they're bad at, Ben Simmons is great at. And everything the Nets are trying to be great at, Ben Simmons literally won't do. No shit, Sherlock, that's a W trade for him. Especially when you consider the fact that unless you won a championship this year, you could have ended up with absolutely nothing for the man. Now, viewing it from Philly's perspective, oh my god. So you kept all the defense on your team, and you just essentially swapped out Seth Curry for James Harden? Are you kidding me? And the crazy thing is, I go to stream about the trade. There's people out there, the Sixers gave up way too much. Seth Curry was way too much. When you dead ass think about it, you just upgraded that guard for 2 firsts. This is easily one of the more talented guard center duos I've ever seen in my life. Shit, is it the best since Kobe and Shaq? Obviously, we gotta give it time, see how they play. But damn, I mean, some shit is written on the wall and y'all like to be difficult. The Sixers are now contenders because they are not only a great defensive team, but now they have James Harden and Joel Embiid. Not that hard. And I know for a fact, someone in the comment section below already done typed it. Doc Rivers, Joel Embiid, James Harden? Sounds like a playoff meltdown to me. Do you realize all the names you've just said are either in the best position they've ever been in their career, or in Doc Rivers' case, a really long time? I know Doc was on the Clippers not too long ago, but that team to this day, people are like, oh, get him a playmaker. But it's not rocket science. Joel Embiid and James Harden just worked. There will definitely be an adjustment period, and if that adjustment period lasts too long, they might be in trouble in the postseason. But in terms of the duo just working out, why are we being difficult? Why are we about to sit here and say, oh, you're overrating James Harden or Joel Embiid? No, nobody is, bro. It's James Harden and Joel Embiid on the same fucking team. People was talking about this duo before Joel Embiid got a Zenkai boost. Like, what are we doing here, y'all? And the whole playoff choker thing is so outdated. James Harden, we could have a whole video about, but Joel Embiid was just a good playoff performer last year. Did you niggas get amnesia? He was fucking the Hawks up on 1 foot in a toxic situation. His point guard didn't even play in the 4th quarter. Shit, now I'm thinking about it. James Harden wasn't that bad last year either. Holy shit, I'm thinking about it even further. What have we been saying about James Harden and Joel Embiid? I mean, literally all last season, and especially Joel Embiid this year. Yo, this might be the best they've ever looked. Yo, this might be the best they ever looked. Oh man, y'all fell for James Harden looking fat. He was doing that to get traded. Tsukuyomi released. Like, yo, what is happening? You've seen this episode before. It's a rerun. Now they pair together and we talking about how they were in 2019, 2018. Stupid. But hey, it's the NBA community. You can't really have nice things without someone trying to tear it down, because otherwise you're a casual. But I'm excited for the duo because I know for a fact they gonna fuck shit up. And that's gonna do it for today's video. It's been your boy TSO Sage. Wait, what about the Lakers trade? The glorified THT none in 2027 pick didn't work. Ooh, ah. We even tried to throw in Austin Reeves. It didn't work. Holy shit. Look, y'all, I get it. I'm funny YouTuber creator man, and y'all know I'm a Lakers fan. Therefore, y'all gonna spam me about anything the Lakers do or do not do. But trust and believe, I'm not one of these delusional people that are so shocked nothing happened. I said it last night. I've said it for months, and I say it again. Nobody wanted no damn Talen Horton-Tucker, a guard that didn't play in a 2027 pick. And the white boy not even hitting his threes right now. I know the troll's gonna troll regardless, but for those of you that think I'm actually just sitting here mad about it, I've known this. Nobody's mad. I'm just like shrugging my shoulders at this point. point. This team sucks, I've accepted it. But comment below your biggest winner and loser of the trade deadline, or comment a video idea that you want me to cover next. Whether it's basketball or non-basketball, I don't really care. The change is coming. But that's enough for me. I've been recording this video for far too long. It's been your boy TSO Sage. I'ma holla at y'all later. Take care and stay blessed.